No. Hey, wait. I know who I got on the screen. Mr. I don't even think he's real. Like, I think he has been. I think he's a robot. Like, his face just doesn't match his body. Like, he just doesn't. He looks like a prototype. He looks like an avatar. He looks like, just like, I don't think he's real. Al Sharpton. I know. I know what I know, but hear me out. Listen, I don't agree with Al Sharpton, but he did make a good, valid point on what could possibly be wrong with Kyle being not proven guilty. Now, I don't have a problem with Kyle not being found guilty because in all actuality, it was self-defense. It was simple self-defense. I don't care if he was white, black. It was self-defense, okay? But Al Sharpton did give a different perspective and a different outlook of what could possibly be the problem. So just listen, okay? Just listen. And then after he explains himself, then let me know if you agree or not. I know, Al Sharpton. Yeah, I know, but just listen.
I think that the governor's statement is correct. And I think the broader context of this verdict today, it is most disturbing, which is why I think the president and the governor has to speak to this, and there needs to be clearer federal legislation. We can argue about the case in particular, but when you look at the broad message that came out of this, is they have said now that vigilantes can go to protest and kill people. And
that's something to think about. So these vigilantist people, these people that are not cops, that's what Kyle and his group was, right? They can go around and kill protesters and proclaim it was self-defense. That's what Al Sharpton is talking about, just the broad, right? The way that he explains it, he's saying that, okay, this is sending a message to these, I don't even know what they are, to these people that they can come and disrupt protesters. And if the protesters come approach them, they can kill them and get away with it. He has a point.
Say that they were defending themselves about the case in particular. But when you look at the broad message that came out of this, is they have said now that vigilantes can go to protest and kill people and say that they were defending themselves, which puts all Americans, particularly those that want to protest for whatever issue, in danger. The precedent that it's set, that you can have a judge sit there and say people can be killed, but you can't call them victims. But you can call the other side what you want. That I can let a tumbler sit in front of a man charged with murder and let him choose his own jury. So I think that many of us are far more concerned about what the broad message this verdict gives than to arguing what the legal experts ought to argue, and rightfully so, about the particulars of the case. The message coming out of it, don't forget the two people in Michigan that went on their front stoop brandishing guns when there were people marching by on police reform. They visited the trial to support Kyle Rittenhouse. So you have, Nicole, in one block of time, people that are pro-gun people that can support Rittenhouse to see him acquitted. But when black ministers go sit with a mother in Brunswick, Georgia, who had a young man with no gun, with no allegation, we are called all kinds of names and told that we ought to be barred from the courtroom in the same news cycle. That is the problem that we're facing in this country today, and it took a tremendous blow with this verdict. I've been in touch with his father. In fact, he'll be on Politics Nation with me tomorrow afternoon. He's outraged because to think that these people came to his city and killed people that were there protesting for his son, who was shot on videotape, Jacob Jr., on videotape 7 times in the back, and the policeman was never prosecuted. And here are people, whites, by the way, who were standing up for his son, and they were killed, and now they're being told that their lives were meaningless, that the court of law does not protect the fact that they were killed, is an outrage to him, and I think it's an outrage to all of us, and it is a threat to all of us. To all of us that are known activists, we've got to be concerned what message this sends to anybody out there that think they can get away with harming any of us and anyone else that stands up in protest and say it was all self-defense. And don't call them a victim, even though they were killed by an AR-15 by a young man that should have never had it in his hand.
He has a point. He has a point. I know Al Sharpton, out of all people. I would just randomly, last night, I was just randomly listening to the news and listening to what other people have to say about the verdict. And Al Sharpton, bubblehead, popped up. I'm like, man, now, what is this coon gonna say? And when I listened to the coon speak, the coon actually had a valid point. The message, the broad message, not just the particular person, the broad message that was sent out to these vigilante people is that, hey, we got your back. Hey, you're with us. Hey, it's okay. Get these people riled up on purpose, like just pay attention, Get these people riled up. Let them attack you. Trust me, just wait for them to attack you and you can shoot them and kill them. We got your back. That Al Sharpton does have a point, Basically, what this verdict is telling these, I don't even know how to say that word, vigilante people, is that, hey, when these protesters are getting out of line, or even if they approach you, or, whatever the case may be, hey, you have all the right to kill them. You have all the right to shoot them. We got your back. So y'all leave a comment down below and y'all let me know how y'all feel about what Al Sharpton said. I know Al Sharpton, right? Of all people. But he kind of has a point. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if you agree, cool. If you disagree, cool. We live in America. I mean, bro, not everything I say you're going to agree with. I'm not going to agree with everything that y'all type in the comments. It's cool. Hey, we can agree to disagree. You know what I mean? I do not get offended when I read my comments and I see people, I disagree with you. Cool. I don't get mad. It's fine. So y'all leave a comment down below and y'all let me know if you agree or disagree with Al Sharpton. It's your boy DMD signing out.